Bloxburg have added an igloo, and today I'm going to try and use it in a build to the best of my ability. Ta-da! Here she is, and I'm noticing now, looking at it, that it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
I don't know, I just don't think this is like great for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it. But don't you think any job interview...
Okay, maybe I exaggerated just a little bit. I don't think it's going to be that bad. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, now it's time to listen to me yap for the next 10 minutes while I speed build this igloo. Okay, before I start yapping about a story that I really want to tell you guys, I want to preface by saying, yes, I know the floor is sticking out of the igloo. I will fix it in a second. I could not get this floor to work for the life of me because the igloo doesn't fit the grid properly. But yeah, I add some like ice outside as well, just to like add some natural terrain, and then I'll end up landscaping later. Anyways, I want to tell you guys about the absolute horror that I experienced trying to edit this video, okay? So, picture this. I've just finished building the igloo. I've just recorded the whole process. I've taken the screenshots of the build. I'm really proud of it, and I'm ready to put the video into the editing software and get editing, okay? I am scrolling through my file explorer and I can't find the recording anywhere. It's nowhere to be found. Like, it's nowhere. And I am pooping my pants because I've just spent so long building this igloo and it looks so nice and I'm so proud of it, and I couldn't find the video. Guys, I looked in so many folders. Oh my god, I was a mess. I was a mess, okay? But I found it in the end, okay? I found it because I went into my recording software. I opened the settings and figured out what folder it exported to. It exported to like some random folder somewhere on my PC. But that is fixed now, so we won't have this problem. We won't have this problem again. Anyways, back to the build. I was struggling for so long trying to figure out what colour scheme I wanted, because what colour scheme do you use in an igloo, realistically? I wanted a realistic approach to the igloo, so I wanted like camping furniture, you know, I didn't want one of those luxury like Airbnb igloos. I wanted like, OMG, somebody lives in the middle of nowhere in an igloo. So yeah, I was struggling for a while trying to figure out what furniture I wanted to use. I ended up sticking with this blue theme, which I actually think is really nice. I think it turns out, you know, as well as it possibly could have. But yeah, oh my god, I'm saying so much. I'm so tired, I'm sorry. But yeah, anyways, I was also trying to figure out what clutter I should put in here. Like what little decorations I should have about the place, because, you know, it's an igloo. But I, you know, just put some books and called it a day. Oh, here's where I decided that I was going to make a custom fishing hole. Well, attempt to make a custom fishing hole. Obviously it is above ground rather than below. But yeah. And then I go through hell trying to make a fishing rod. But to be fair, I am really proud of how it turned out, and I think it looks really nice at the end. But I was being such a perfectionist and I couldn't decide how I wanted this fishing rod to be. But I do really enjoy doing little custom builds like this. I think it's really fun. And I think it turned out really well. So, you know, what can I say? I'm just such a skilled builder. I don't think I've ever actually used these structural chain items, ever. But I thought it was perfect for the fishing rod, and then here's me trying and failing to get it up against the wall for a long time. It's okay, because I get it up eventually, and, you know, the positioning is fine, but I was being a bit of a perfectionist, and it's taken me a long time to get it there. Oh, God. Okay, so my original idea for the weight, where the hook of the fishing rod is, was a pacifier. And then I was just going to put, like, a basic shape sphere on the end, but no, that was too much effort, so in the end I just used this, this rattle, this baby rattle, which you can see, and then I use a chain as, like, the hook, in quotations, the hook. It doesn't really look like a hook, but it's the best I can do in Bloxburg. So yeah. But no, I really like this fishing rod. I think it's pretty cute. I don't think I've ever built a fishing rod before in Bloxburg. I did, though. I did build a pool table in one of my old houses, like, a long time ago. And I actually used the structural things to make the pool cues. Oh, and I used the rattles as well as the pool walls. I like hid them under a carpet and stuff. It was quite sneaky. Though people did keep coming into my house and picking up the rattles, and then it would ruin my entire display and I'd have to go in the build mode and put them back, which was a pain in the butt, but you know, the looks made it worth it, okay? It looked really nice. I don't know why I just placed the statue like midway through decorating the inside. Oh no, this log rack. This log rack drove me mental. I put this log rack down as like a little, you know, the firewood for the little fireplace, but I end up hating it. Like, it literally drives me nuts, so I look for a new item and I end up finding a pile of logs, which I will swap out later, because it just looks so much better. Oh my god. I was so happy when I found them. I was like, yes! Because that rack of firewood does not look good in it. It's not an ugly item by any means. Do you know what? Maybe I'm lying. It might be kind of ugly, but I feel like it can work much better in houses than it can in an igloo. Oh my god, making this path was really irritating as well because we don't have many like stepping stone options. So I was kind of left to reshape and resize them. But it looks really nice in the end, and I end up extending the path further out later as well, which you will see, because I end up realizing that I don't have a shower. I also don't have a toilet, but I don't realize that until like way later in the build. So yeah. Oh, there we go. I swapped out the log rack. See, that looks so much better. Count how many times I've said log rack in this video. Holy. Trees, and more trees. We don't have many snowy landscaping options in Bloxburg, I noticed. There's the shower that I had, and I will also add a little outhouse for the toilet later, which you'll see. The path is being extended as well. It looks a bit repetitive, but you know, what can you do? What can you do, eh? But yeah, no, I think this build turned out really nice in the end. I'm really happy with the exterior more than I am the interior. I'm such an exterior kind of person. I love architecture. Like, as long as I can remember, I've just been building in The Sims since I was a kid. So, yeah, building has always kind of been fun to me. Like, I play Bloxburg mainly for the building. I don't do anything else in this game. Apart from the events, I guess. I join in on the elf hunt and things. Oh, this bit's really cute, actually. Yeah, I decided that I want a snow shovel, but you can't put them on anything unless you put it on a wall. So instead, I put it on a little basic shape, and I just rotated it and put it on that snow pile, which I think actually ended up being one of my favorite little details in this build. Again, like I was speaking about before, the limited options when it comes to landscaping with snow in Bloxburg was driving me mental. So I took these rocks and I recolored them to match the ice, so it kind of adds a bit more, you know, depth and texture to the ice. The little rocks you can't change the texture of, which I didn't realize until I went around and took the screenshots. But you know, it's not that obvious, so it doesn't bother me that much. Oh, here's where I realized that I don't have a toilet. I end up using this outhouse, which I didn't know existed until just now. I say just now, I mean when I was recording. I didn't know that this item existed. Though I did think, I don't know where I got the idea from, but I could have sworn I remembered like a toilet in the ground, like a little hole. I don't know. I don't know if I'm like imagining it or if it was like in The Sims or something. I have no idea. I think I was just driving myself a bit mental. I was tired. When I built this. I'm going insane because my voiceover keeps like lagging behind the video, and then I'll replay it and I'll be talking at a point that like isn't happening in the video. Does that make sense? Like, I'll be putting something down and I'll be talking about it, but it won't be happening at the time I'm talking about it. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well, but it's just out of sync and I don't know why. These ice piles actually turn out really cute. I just put them around the edge just to make the edges look a bit more natural rather than like sharp spiky flooring, you know? And I, for some reason, can't focus on doing one thing at a time because I was landscaping the back of the plot and then I decide, nope, I need to decide on a fence to use. And oh my god, I'm messing around with this fence for a while trying to figure out how I want it. I get it how I want it, like, eventually. After a bit of a struggle, I was kind of fighting with it. But I do get it how I want it, and I quite like how it turned out. And we're coming to the end of the speed build. Like, this build was really out of my comfort zone. I don't really build like this very often. But I really like how it turned out, and, you know, I really enjoyed it, to be honest. I enjoyed myself, like, challenging myself a bit and building something new and fresh. You know, I thought it was going to be really difficult when I first saw the igloo because of how small it was, but you know, obviously expanding the build into the landscape made it much easier for me. Anyways, this is the end of the speed build, and I'm going to let you guys look at the screenshots. So yeah. Okay everyone, thanks for watching today's video. Yeah, subscribe and do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.